Beep boop bop. It's I got stuck.
Yeah.
Beep boop bop. It's Becca, and welcome back to Baking with Becca. It's been a while, but we're very excited to make a delicious cake today. We're gonna make a frozen cake. It's gonna have layers of chocolate cake and like whipped cream kind of thing. It's gonna be like ice cream essentially once it's all together. So lots of fun flavors in there. Perfect for summer now that it's getting cold, and perfect for perfect for summer now that it's getting warmer outside, and perfect for Elsa's coming out party. First, make sure to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. And here are all of our ingredients for the cake. We'll start over here. Half a cup of oil, half a cup of applesauce, 2 1/4 cups of flour, 1 cup of cocoa, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 1 1/2 cups of rice milk, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Also, our honorable guest, Olaf. So we're gonna start off by mixing the oil and the applesauce. This recipe is actually modified from the avocado brownie recipe that I also have on my channel. And we're replacing the avocado with applesauce, and it makes a really nice like brownie cake. So the oil and the applesauce. And we're just gonna whisk it together. Okay, so now that we have a super oily, gross applesauce, we're gonna just throw everything else into the bowl. And mix it up, try and get all the lumps out. Okay, so it's a little bit too thin. I'm gonna add a little bit more flour. All right, this looks perfect and it already smells so good and chocolatey. We're gonna put this in our pan. All right, so we're gonna use this 9x9 Pyrex pan, and we're gonna use it 2 different times. But this is gonna be helpful because we want the cake to be a square like this. It's gonna end up being more like a cube, we think. So we're just gonna fill this up, cook it, and then do it again. You wanna make sure to spray it with some baking spray. And I have 1 little sheet of parchment paper here. So you're gonna do a little spray, put the parchment paper down. Then I like to rub it around with a paper towel to make sure that it coats everywhere that we need it to. Then we're gonna pour some of our batter in. Tap it down. And then you're gonna pop this into the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. You can check it by sticking a toothpick in. If the toothpick comes out clean, that means that it's ready. First cake is done. We're gonna flip it out of here so it can cool, and we can use this again. And we don't have a big enough plate really, so it can cool flat, so we're gonna do it on this piece of parchment paper. Ready?
Ooh, yeah. Beautiful.
It's beautiful. It's so hot. Okay, so now we will fill the pan with the other one, with the rest of the batter. So next we're gonna make the whipped cream filling for each of the layers of the cake. These are the ingredients that we need. Non-dairy topping, sugar, vanilla, and cocoa powder. So we're gonna pour all of this non-dairy topping into our big bowl so we can use the hand mixer to whip it up. And to this, we're gonna add a little bit of vanilla.
That was a lot.
Like that much. and then a little bit of sugar. Like that much. Whisk it up. Okay, so you know that it is done whipping when the hand mixer overheats, because it can't handle anymore. And we're gonna take most of this and put it into a bowl and then leave a little bit behind that we're going to make chocolate. Okay, so this part we're gonna keep separate. We're gonna add some cocoa powder to this to give it a nice chocolate flavor. Like that much. Okay, so this is our first layer. The ones that we baked, it was technically double this, and we just cut them all in half. So this is our first small layer that we are going to do chocolate cream on top of. We also have some chocolate chips that Tess cut up for us, all different size pieces. We're gonna put this in the whipped cream part of it. And we're gonna mix that together. So we're doing that just to add a nice texture in there, get some crunch, and to add some more chocolate flavor. And now I'm going to spoon out, not all of it, most of it, on top of our first layer, and we're gonna smooth it out nice and flat. You can hear all the chocolate chips. All right, so that is our first layer, and then we're gonna add some Oreos. So these are all just split in half, and we're going to do a nice little pattern. All right, so that is our Oreo layer, and then we're going to finish off the chocolate cream and cover it on top, just to do a nice thin layer to fill in all these little gaps. These look so chunky. Next, we need to do the next layer of the cake, which is in the fridge. All right, so after this chunky layer is done, we need to flip on our next layer. I'm actually just gonna place it on top. I'm gonna place it upside down. All right. Then we're going to put on top of here vanilla cream mixed with chocolate chips. What are we doing? Okay, next we do the same thing with the Oreos again. Okay. Now the rest of this whipped cream on top. Okay, you might think at this point that we'd be done with this masterpiece, but we're not. We have to add another layer.
Woo!
What were we thinking?
I don't know, this is hilarious. I'm looking at this thing and I'm like, what do we think? Like, what was going through our heads? We're like, yeah.
Here is the last layer. I'm gonna flip it upside down. Okay. This side is like falling.
Just fill it with whipped cream. Ew! What is this?
That's good. Now we're going to frost the sides and the top with just the normal whipped cream.
Oh boy.
This is disappointing. All right, so the whole thing is frosted. We slightly ran out of whipped cream towards the end. We're gonna put sprinkles on it anyway, so it doesn't really matter. This is for Elsa.
We're really proud of her.
Okay, now we have to do the sides. It's working better than I thought it would.
Most of it's going on the counter.
I feel like I need to do it with more force.
Yeah, throw it on.
Now this is gonna go in the freezer.
For 17 hours.
For a long time until it's hard, and then it's like an ice cream cake. All right, so the cake sat in the freezer for like 3 hours. We're gonna cut into it and see how it is. Here, come get another close up with all of the sparkly sprinkles and rainbow sprinkles. I have this really sharp knife. I don't know how this is gonna go to cut it. I'm just gonna go for it. Giant squeeze. Uh-oh. Oh my god. Look at this. It looks so good. All right, well, we have to try it. Okay, well, I guess I need to try some. So this is my piece. Should I go all the way down? Yeah. That's impossible. Okay, I'm stopping here. Sorry, bottom layer. Mmm. I'm confused. There's so many different textures, flavors. It's really confusing, but it's really good. It's really good all together, even though maybe you wouldn't think they would all go together, but it's really amazing. It really is very good. So if you could follow along with what I did in this video, I would recommend trying it. Leave me a comment letting me know how it went. If you did enjoy the video, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. I have to go. I need to finish my piece. Bye.